Hey, are you depressed? Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. But do you like unboxings? Oh, I'm sorry. That's unfortunate too. Go watch my last video. It was an unboxing and a depression video. Don't ask me how it works. Just watch it. Hi everyone, it's Chris, and welcome to another One Punch recap and review. I will give you my review of the episode as well as a recap of what happened if you want to hear me talk about it dramatically, because that's how I roll. Let's get right into it. So, we open up to a giant Godzilla monster attacking the city. Okay, not really the city, he's just showing up. He's just kind of announcing that he's evil and he's there. He's gonna do bad things. And I thought for a second, maybe this is that big baddie they talked about last episode that was so bad that everyone has to come down for it. But apparently he's not, because the association sends down Tornado. Tornado goes, "What up, yo?" And he's like, "Rah, rah, 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 blah, 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 blah." There are a lot of dialogue. She defeats him. I won't say in one punch, but she defeats him very, very easily, like it was one punch, and it was kind of awesome. I won't lie to you though. I don't really like Tornado the way I thought I did when I first started watching this show. By the way, before I get even further into this, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about at all, I have other recaps. Go back and watch them. I'll put a link up below and above and everywhere around and in the description. Go check it out. But back to the recap. So Tornado is kind of mouthing off a lot. She defeats the monster, and we cut to Fang, that old man, the wolf Fang fist guy, training, or at least talking about training Genos and Saitama, and they're going into it, and he's just like, "Really, this is the best you have? I don't really think that, we need this. I think we're better than this, blah, blah, blah." A lot of stuff going on, but then the association sends a guy to retrieve all the S-Class heroes because there is something big, bad, and nasty coming to town. Ooh. So they go, and Saitama goes with them, even though he's not Class S, because he's like, "I got nothing else better to do." So he goes, and they're getting brief about this guy, and we get an introduction to all of the S-Class heroes except the ones that are missing. The top S-Class hero, he's not there. Metal Knight's not there, and everyone else is just kind of like, "Hey, I'm this guy. This is what I do. I'm bad. I'm big. I'm amazing. Blah, blah, blah." And they're all a little bit, I feel like, overly cocky when I see them all being presented. The samurai guy is there, and he's kind of rude to Genos, as is Tornado, because they're like, "Okay, you're not even S-Class. I'm not going to acknowledge you. You don't deserve to be here. You should go." But he stays anyway. While this is happening, the building they're in, while the briefing is going down, gets shook, and they're like, "Okay, what's going on?" You go outside and you look, and there's these demons coming to Earth, and they're like, "Ha ha, I am the Sky King, and I will defeat you all." But then they get defeated pretty quickly by another menace, which is a giant, alien guy. I'm going to call him an alien guy. A giant alien guy. And he's like, "Ha ha, I have an axe for a hand, and I'm going to kill you all." La, 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 la. I was talking, I'm like, okay, this is another generic bad guy. But then he does a thing where he splits his form, and he is like 6, 7, or 8 guys, and then he recombines and becomes one guy. This doesn't happen all at once. It's just kind of what happens throughout the duration of the show. Before all that, though, he fights, I'm going to call this guy Iron Knight. He has a different name, but I can't pronounce it. But he's a knight, and he gets his arm chopped off by this monster. And they're like, "Uh-oh, I don't know what I'm going to do." And then you found out that he's a disciple of the samurai guy we saw earlier. All the S-Class heroes, most of them, show up to kind of take on this monster. And this is when he combines and makes that ultimate form. While this is happening, Saitama had left the meeting earlier, and he's on the ship, and he's defeating every monster on the ship. And it's really cool. These fights are really awesome. I really enjoy them. Pri-Pri Prisoner is there, of course, as an S-Class hero. He goes head to head with the giant monster too, and he does his Dragon Ball Z punch that he learned from the Deep Sea King. It was a really cool punch. We didn't see a lot of it, and then we flash forward even further into the fact that now everything is in peril, everything is in danger. We've got some S-Class heroes talking about how we need to call Metal Knight. We have some S-Class heroes talking about how we need to take this guy down, who's just now become this ultimate form. And in his alien ship, there are all these other aliens, and Saitama's defeating them all. But there's one big bad monster baddie inside of that ship, which tells us that the guy with the axe, he's not even the worst of it. He's not even the worst. But that's about where we end the episode, with everything going down, everyone in different stages, and everything looks scary and dangerous. So what did I think of this episode? I'll be honest, guys, this is a great episode if you like shows that build you into a different place for later, if you don't know what I'm saying. If you like setup episodes, this episode was completely all set up. They dropped the plot point where Sonic showed up last week, which made me go like, why they didn't put that in there last week? They could have saved that for this week even, but whatever, who cares? Maybe Sonic will be part of this next episode that follows, but I think this next episode is going to be one of the best episodes ever, with some of the best action and probably some of the best comedy even, but I'm really betting my hands in the action corner for right now, because the fact is it all is setting up for a gigantic fight between Saitama and the big baddie, and like all the S-Class heroes and the other big baddie, and then Metal Knight to come back and be a part of the fight too, and I'm just like, oh, what's gonna happen? So yeah, and I did like getting to see all these other S-Class heroes we hadn't seen before. I'm really excited. They even had a little joke in there to Knight Rider, which was, I think, I forget his name, but he basically was like Kit with a little eye and stuff. That was cool. I'm excited to see what they do with these characters, how they flesh them out, how they have them fight, and what their abilities are going to be. I'm really pumped to see that. I do like that they're really making Tornado to be this kind of jerky character, so I think no one's supposed to like her, because I like the idea of a strong woman in anime, because they normally don't have that a lot, and when they do, that character normally gets like crapped on a lot. But I think that she is actually going to be a formidable fighter and a formidable like character as we go on. I think they're going to actually build into a more sympathetic role. We'll see what happens. I'm just guessing that, but I'm hoping for it. I really enjoyed this episode. I'm going to honestly though give it 3 out of 5 stars, only because it's purely set up. That's all it was. It advances the plot, but it's just a bridging point. It's not anything great. It wasn't really funny, and they didn't really show any action. They're just kind of telling the story. If this was part of a movie, it'd be great. But as a standalone episode, I don't need to watch it again. It's cool to see everything set up, but it's still not my favorite. But that's okay. They all don't have to be my favorite. It's still a great series. But what did you guys think? Did you the episode? If you don't know what I'm talking about at all right now, and you're really lost, go watch my other recap episodes. I'll put up a link above, below, and everywhere in between. I'll see you guys next time for the next One Punch recap. And also see you on Monday for another if you didn't like this video, I have more. I have nerd motivation, I have anime debates, and I have something weird I do every single week, so come check it out. I will love you guys until the day I die. Use teleport. One punch! Ha! And I'm still in my car. I gotta go back to work now. Thanks a lot for letting me have that little break, guys. Later.